Top of the afternoon to you, gentlemen. It's me, your host, the return of the rib, here for week 13's edition of the Penultimate show. And this is going to be a hot one, okay? Settle yourselves in because we got something to talk about here. And we got to start right away talking about the man of this episode, the man we really want to talk about, Noah. I just got finished paying you the $15. Take a look, baby. You had 686 points. Are you out of your mind? The chompers are rolling. You the babes.
I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. Swag, 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 swag. I'm the best.
Welcome to Penultimate, where legends clash, where smack talk flies and the titans bash. From Go Busters to Thunder Grappers, Shane Wagon rolls and the hype just happens. Blaze Biscuit Bandits stealing the show. West Coast Borg bring that West Coast glow. David Brent with the office banter. Aaron Rodgers, a fantasy enchanter. Patrick Mahomes slinging the rock. Fantasy points, yeah, we're on the clock. Fantasy points, game on the night. From draft to playoffs, passion ignites. The Penultimate, where heroes take flight.
Yes, like I said, Cowboys, it's me, the return of the rib, here with week 13's edition. And I think I want to start right off here. Let's take a look at the pick'em. I haven't looked at the pick'em with you guys in a couple of weeks. Let's throw those up. Epstein, you are in first place with 1,034 points. Chris, my cousin, 1,026. Ex Primo, 1,019. Air McPicks, 1,005. I'm at 998, Willie at 981, and now West Coast Pork at 967, and then so on and so forth. So, like, the lead is not insurmountable, but I know as the guy sitting down in fifth, being, 21 points away from third, I'm starting to gamble, right? Keep in mind, though, Pick'em's going to go all the way through the end of the season. Some things end at the end of the regular season, but Pick'em goes all the way to the end of the league through the playoffs. But it is some exciting stuff. That's Pick'em.
I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I haven't been impressed so far. I hope they're vetting them because the computer seems to be throwing up any old rubbish. It's like, I don't know.
All right, so somebody's getting screwed. Okay? He knows who. We haven't maybe really paid as much attention as we need to, but that highest point total, John always chompers. Noah, you know it, baby. You're getting screwed. Take a look at these details that I've uncovered here. They've scored the highest points, more points than anybody else so far this season with 5,290 points. But the points against, he's had more points scored against him than anybody else this season. And that is just luck, right? That's just happenstance. 1 out of 18. And as a result, they are 5-6. They've got the most points out of anybody in the league, and they are fighting for their lives at 5-6. Well, I had to tell Patrick about this because that's just the type of thing that our boy Patrick Malone loves to chomp down on. Patrick, let's talk about it, baby.
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite boys. My favorite guys from the Penultimate. Listen up. Listen up. How many boys do we got in this league? That's what I need to know. John Elway's Chicken Chompers have the most points scored but they're only 5 and 6. They're getting freaking screwed. Listen up, John Elway's Chompers. I know you got a big arm. You're throwing those deep balls. You need some defense, brother. You need to play defense. Fantasy isn't luck. It is luck. But listen, you got to use some voodoo magic. Points against. Points against is important in fantasy. And don't ever say it's not. Because this is fantasy. This is you built your roster. You got to know. John Elway Chomper, 5 and 6. You could, I mean, if it's a 12-man league, you could probably, do you have playoffs? If you don't have playoffs, then it's stupid. Then that is dumb. Playoffs are important. I need to know more about this league because these are my favorite guys. Also, you guys need some better names for the teams. John Elway Chompers. Maybe you're old. It's fine if you're old. Probably get a better, funnier team name maybe. But listen, points for, I congratulate you. You know, but fantasy comes down to playing defense sometimes. You got to get a little bit of luck. You got to get a little bit of voodoo magic. You got to make those other teams lose. You got to watch the game and you got to curse the other team's players. This is important. Thank you very much, Penultimate. You guys know you're my favorite fantasy football league. John Elway's Chompers, I hope and pray that you guys have a playoffs. If you have a playoffs, you got probably 2 more weeks where you can go, get a couple wins in, sneak in, and use that max points in the playoffs. But you got to buy an Etsy witch. You got to get the voodoo magic. If you got a wife, you got to get a girlfriend because your girlfriend might do that witch magic. If you don't have a wife, get a wife. Maybe that'll help. Have a son. Things are looking up. Momentum. Fantasy is about momentum. You got to make sure your other guy's life is going bad. And they go, of course he's going to lose in fantasy. Thank you, guys. This was too much. I did way too much on this. And it didn't even make sense. And now you guys might not even like me anymore. And that would be devastating.
Oh boy! I watched the first half hour of that, first half minute of it, and then I stopped. That's when I texted you guys that he sent a long one, because I wanted to watch the next one live as I was filming the show, and I just watched it. Wow! How about Patrick, man? He went. I get now why he calls himself a comedian. Finally, I'm starting to understand. Stayed on topic, got funny, went off, came back. This guy's for real. And he loves us. Clearly he loves us. And John Elway. I mean, there's nothing you can do about points against, right? The voodoo magic. No, he was exactly right. You got to get that voodoo magic, Chompers. You got to squeak in. I can't believe I verbatim. It's just Patrick spoke it perfectly. Thank you, Patrick. I left him a 5-star and I tipped him an extra $5. He only asked for 2 for a cameo. So he got 150% tip on this one. Because gee, you willikers. And look, you're getting hosed. But that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky. Look at Dan's beef. Dan doesn't have that consistent point total, yet he's sitting right there in second place. Now there's a lot of us that are still in it. Some of us are out of it. But this is a critical week. We're going to know a whole lot more after week 13. Next week, we got that final regular season week, and I can give more of a specific breakdown about what's on the line. But there's a lot on the line for everybody. You want to make that consolation bracket. Don't be team 17 or 18 and have nothing. You want to be team 16 if you're down there. You want to make that consolation bracket. On behalf of me, the Return of the Rib, and the epic Patrick Malone, I'll see you boys on the field.
We're heroes. heroes take flight.